Good morning. My name is Bree Volding, and I have been given the hardest task of introducing the Shelby Gray Williams. So I decided the only proper way to introduce the Shakespeare of our senior class was to write a poem. So let's begin. Roses are red, violets are blue. If you don't know Shelby, I bet you wish you do. She leads Pep Club with joy and grace. You can't help but smile when you see her face. For years and years, I've been blessed with her presence at our lockers, and eating pistachios make her allergies go bonkers. The senior's one and only Honor Society inductee this year. Robbie took selfies with her and made us shed a tear. If you don't already know, she's one of our 6 Nepo babies, and even though she's the nurse's daughter, she's always sick. How crazy. If there was ever a fire drill, I never had fear because Shelby was always behind me, so close, so near. If you play Rasputin, she'll be sure to dance, but meet her at the inflatable obstacle course and you'll have no chance. She has twice met the big time rush because every time she sees James, she can't help but blush. I'm sure she will have something great to say, maybe even about the alien in her tummy. So I give you our Pep Club queen and poem writing pro, our very own Shelby.
Who is the most famous person you've ever met? Who's mine? Santa Claus. What's the scariest thing you've ever met? What's mine? A dinosaur. What do these two things have in common? I met both of them on the same day. 2 years ago, Chloe and I made the decision that we wanted to meet Santa Claus, so we drove to the Pink Palace and bought our tickets. After we were given the all clear to enter the palace by the ticket takers, we began to make our way to the Winter Wonderland, also known as the Enchanted Forest, where the jolly man himself was meeting his devoted fans. What we failed to realize, however, was that the tickets we bought were to meet Santa 2 hours from then. So we did what any 2 sane girls would do. We went around the museum and eventually found ourselves at the prehistoric exhibit. We walk in, fossils on our left, maps on our right. But what was directly in front of us? A 10-foot tall green velociraptor. This velociraptor was moving its head around and roaring towards Chloe and I. At this point, we started to assess the potential danger we might be in due to the fact that a once extinct species was staring us down. Immediately, we hid behind a different exhibit, but eventually, we got the courage to face the dinosaur. We walk up to it, slowly, as not to spook it. The dinosaur was still roaring, but at this point, Chloe and I were too close to turn back. We looked each other dead in the eye, and we knew what had to happen. What's the only way to scare the apex predator? Be scarier. So we got right up next to the roaring dinosaur, and we let out our fiercest roars. This was obviously an impressive feat, as the nearby families, exhibit workers, and security guards couldn't keep their eyes off of us. It took minutes for the dinosaur to stop roaring back at us, but eventually, we had won the roar-off. After our victory with the velociraptor, we moved on to the rest of the museum. But alas, the 2 hours went by, and it was time for us to meet Santa. It was exactly how we imagined it. The line was composed of little children and their parents excited to meet the most famous man of all, and then there was us. In the line, Chloe and I prepped for the jolly man's favorite question of the season, what we wanted for Christmas. And what did we want?
World peace!
World peace. Eventually, after waiting in line, we were up next to meet Santa. We walk up to him and are greeted by a jolly smile and the scent of cookies. We sit on the arms of the oversized chair he was sitting in and couldn't help but stare at Santa. Y'all, Santa is real. There's no doubt about it anymore. Then Santa started to make Christmas small talk with us, but avoided the obvious question of what we wanted for Christmas. Then one of Santa's elves signaled Santa's attention to himself so we could take the picture. We took the picture. Here it is. Then promptly turned back to Santa to continue our conversation. He looked back at us confused. Then the once kind photographer elf shooed us out of Santa's chair, and 2 new kids sat where we once were. Santa never asked us what we wanted for Christmas. We did not end up getting that world peace. But despite that unfortunate ending, meeting Santa in Christmas of 22 is one of my favorite memories I have. It even led for Chloe and I to go back Christmas of 23 to meet him again. Not to brag, but he did remember us. You may be wondering, does this story have a point? Well, thank you for asking, because yes, it does. If you're scared of being perceived in a certain way, you're never going to let yourself be who you're meant to be or make those fun memories. So go be a dinosaur. Go meet Santa. Go get your world peace. Thank you.